Hey guys, I'm here today to talk to you about the Fitbit Charge 3 and whether I think it should be on your Christmas list or on your not list. Let's start with the easiest part going of the look and feel. Yep, so this is what it looks like on my tiny wrists. Hands are huge compared to the size of my wrist. If you ever had the Fitbit Charge 2, you'll see that it didn't really curve quite nicely around your wrist. This was just a little bit chalky, a little bit chunky, and didn't sit correctly, whereas this one actually curves to your wrist and looks quite nice. Also, I don't know if you're a bit of a fan of, maybe the girls are rose gold fans. The colour of the rose gold, if you can see it, is a little bit nicer than this one. This one was more a little bit gold, more than rose gold. I don't know. I just think it looks nicer if you're fiance, wife, girlfriend, or you are a girl. Personally, I prefer this colour. So this is what it comes in. I'm not going to do a show and tell because I've actually been wearing it for a whole week for you to actually tell you my true thoughts on it. It does come with 2 different size straps. Like I said, my wrists are tiny compared to the size of my hand, so I have got one of the smaller straps on. You can see it's got quite a few little bits to make it smaller, so if you do have a really tiny wrist, it's fine. So one of the good things about this one, I mean, it's not really a comparison video, but just to say, in case you did have this one, the battery life is so much better. So I got it last Friday, so I've worn it for about, 7 days now. I only charged it again yesterday, so it's only been charged twice since I've had it, but it lasted the whole week. So I've also worn this to sleep. So it's, I sleep around 8 hours a night. It's lasted the 8 hours for 5 consecutive nights. Hasn't bleeped at me to be charged. All I really did was, you get an app, I'll show you that in a bit, and the little battery life comes up on there. So it was red, so I thought I'd give it some more juice. Nothing with this one. So they're supposedly waterproof. I don't know about you, but I don't feel so comfortable putting my hand in like my bath or something and testing it out, but I have splashed it a few times and it's been fine. It hasn't like broke or the screen hasn't gone funny, so that's okay. There's also a picture on the back. There may be false advertising, but it might not be. I will go swimming with it. So it does say that it is water resistant to 50 meters. So I'm gonna guess you can try swimming with it. I'm not a swimmer, so I wouldn't. However, I can tell you it's definitely sweat proof, and I am a sweaty person quite a bit, hence why I have one. So yeah, I suppose that's quite a good benefit if you're a swimmer. So another thing to do with functionality, probably should have said it, it doesn't actually have a button, so it's more like touch proof, so you can tap it and it buzzes, which is quite cool. It's probably quite hard. This is going to be upside down, so I'm just going to show you. So if you tap it at the side, it does a little buzz, and then you can swipe right, and it comes up with all the options. So at the top you've got like exercise, the relaxation breath. I probably am quite a stressed person, so I should use that, but I haven't. Then you've got timers, which is pretty good, especially if you're someone that does a lot of HIIT training. Absolutely perfect, because I don't know if you're like me, but I have to download the HIIT apps, and they're just sometimes not easy to use. So the timer is a great one to use. You also got alarms. I can tell you now, this alarm will wake you up. I've always relied on my iPhone alarm, but this is like you have an earthquake going on in your arm and you're gonna fall out of bed. Easiest way to describe it, but you will wake up. You've also got the weather. Now this one's pretty cool. Make sure your Bluetooth are connected to your phone, because it all comes from the phone, but actually, no, my luck's probably not gonna work, but if you click on the weather, obviously not clicked, but normally what it does, it will pull through the data that's on your phone. So if it's sunny outside, oh, there we go, it works. So apparently it's 17 degrees where I am today, nice and warm. But yeah, that's quite a gifty gadget, because I don't know about you, but I definitely check the weather in the morning before I go to work to kind of gather what I'm gonna wear. So that's nice and easy, rather than having to scout around my house trying to find my phone, because that's never easy to locate. You've got your settings on there as well, which is quite handy. So that's to do with your brightness, your vibrations. Mine are up strong, which is probably why it feels like I'm gonna have an earthquake or my arm's gonna fall off every time the alarm goes off. They all come synced up to the Fitbit app, which is pretty nifty. The steps are up here. I'm not a massive stepper. I think I set my step goal for about 5,000, which is manageable for me a day, especially when I'm someone that works in an office 8 hours a day. Not possible to do 10,000 steps. Ooh. Then you got your like workout goal. So I try and aim to work out 4 times a week. Doesn't matter if you don't or you do, but yeah, it's just something you can put into Fitbit as well. So if you're someone that likes to work out, you can put how many days you want to work out, and you can actually track your workouts, which is pretty cool. So it tells you how many calories you've burnt, which is nice to know if you're someone who likes food. I love my food. You can also track your sleep, like I said. As you can see, I had 7 hours last night. Pretty standard, nice. You can actually go into it a little bit deeper, and it kind of tells you the pattern of your sleep. So it will tell you how long you've been awake for, your REM, your light sleep, your deep sleep. Don't be alarmed, your light sleep should always be bigger than your deep sleep. I was a little bit like, oh my god, I don't sleep, this is not good. But yeah, it is always meant to be longer than the deep sleep, which is good to know. Unless you're like someone like me who had a panic attack and thought, I don't sleep. But I do sleep. You've also got your heart rate, which is pretty cool. So I always have a fast heartbeat. So, or it could be the fact that I'm talking to you, I don't know. So yeah, that's on there. Again, you can see when you peak. So obviously when you work out, your heartbeat's gonna be up higher. Well, you'd hope so anyway. Well, unless you're just sitting down, you've got a fast heartbeat like me. And track how much you drink. I don't use this function because I'm lazy. But if you're someone that wants to track how much you drink throughout the day, nifty little function. What you've eaten as well. So if you're someone that obsessively uses MyFitnessPal, I know a lot of people like that app. This is a lot handier, especially when it's all in one app. So if you know what your calories you're burning in here, you can also then, you know, what your calorie intake as well. It pretty much picks up on most food. You don't have to worry about it not finding the food and you've got to put it in yourself. You can scan the barcode and it picks up, which is really useful if you're someone that's like, I just need to get this down, quick, done. Another thing for my ladies as well is it has got your female health tracking and trends. So, you know, when it's your time of the month, you can input that information into the system and just keep an eye on, you know, when you're doing and when you're not. Also on here, so you can see I've got the Fitbit Charge free up here. It gives you different clock faces. So I will show you again what my clock face is. This is my one, just simple time. My steps are up there and my heartbeat. That's all I want to know when I quickly want to look at my watch, is how many steps I've done and what the time is, because obviously that's why we have a watch. Yeah, so with here you can actually, if it's going to load, you can choose what kind of face you want. I think it gives you around, there we go. So it gives you a few options. So it just depends what you want. A lot of it is going to be obviously the time, whether you want your steps visible, whether you want your heart rate visible. You can have ones with dates on as well. So if you're someone that's constantly checking your phone to find out what date is today, nifty little gadget to just have it on your arm and be like, yep, it's the 16th today, simple. I've also got apps. So these are apps that are built into the watch. So you know, when I was going through and telling you, you've got alarms, you've got weather, you've got your settings, you've got relax, and you've got timers. So you can actually mix and match whether you want all of them on the watch or whether you just want to take them off, simple as. You can just remove it. It's also got a little instruction manual, so if you're not entirely sure how to use it, if you're completely new to the Fitbit world, never had a smartwatch in your life, handy little reading guide as well. So in here, so you've got your silent alarms, which are the ones that make you feel like your arm is going to fall off, but it wakes you up. Or if you needed some alarm that, I don't know, you needed to go out in the next 5 minutes, but you wanted a little snooze, this is the one to wake you up. You've also got your notifications. So this is something that will either you'll find really irritating or you'll find actually really useful. If you've got an iPhone and you've got iMessage, and just like your normal text, what it actually does is where the Bluetooth syncs up to the watch, they come through on your watch. So every time you get a message and you are near enough for the Bluetooth to sync up, you're gonna buzz and your message is gonna come through. Nice and easy though, you can literally, again it's upside down, I'm so sorry, but if you just swipe down so you can see my latest messages, can't read them. Simple as, they just come through. You can clear them off your watch so you haven't got bombarded with loads of messages. But like I said, you're either gonna love or you're gonna hate it. It does buzz. You can turn the buzz off so it just comes through as a little notification. However, you're probably not going to realise until you check it that you've actually got text. But yeah, be warned. I like it. It actually makes me think, okay, maybe I should reply to that message rather than waiting for them to text me 5 more times for it to buzz. You can have reminders to move. So if you're someone like me who is not an avid stepper or an avid get up and go kind of person and walk, this little thing will tell you when you need to do 250 steps. It normally buzzes for me probably every hour. So if I'm sat at my desk and I haven't moved in the last hour to get up to go to the toilet, to get up to make a drink, it will buzz at me and be like, you have X amount of steps remaining that you need to do. Simple. Again, that's going to be a love and hate situation for people. If you're someone that you know you get your steps and you don't need to be reminded by a little machine, then maybe turn it off. But for someone like me, it's quite useful. It reminds me that, okay, maybe I haven't taken a break from my screen the last hour. Maybe I should go around for a little wander. Even if it's just going to doing 50 steps, I've got up and it's shut up, so simple. Also, my favourite part, because where I work out all the time, exercise shortcuts. So, you see that? So, it gives you a list of different shortcuts that you can put on the watch. So when you click on the exercise bit, you can tell it what you're doing. So whether you're going for a run, whether you're going on a bike, treadmill, weights. So if I show you it, so what you do is if you click on exercise, so run comes up, bike, treadmill, weights, interval timer and workout. So workout is the one I use pretty much all the time because my workouts are so varied and they're all done at home. It's mostly HIIT or cardio, the easiest option to rather than breaking it down. You then, it's come off. If you click on it and then go start and then goes, let's go. And you just press it and it starts timing you and obviously counts how many calories you burnt, which is good to know if you're on, you know, a low calorie diet or you just want to know what you're burning versus what you're eating, or you just want to know what that workout's done for you, whether it's worth it or not. I mean, ideally I go from how much I'm sweating, but calories can be a good one too. So that is a pretty good function. And obviously after you've done your workout, you can then sync it to your Fitbit. The 4 days, of course, so I worked out 4 days this week, go me. If you click into, you can then see your workouts, and it also breaks down how much was fat burn, how much was cardio. So obviously depending on what you did, if you did weights, it's probably going to be like 90% fat burn and probably a little bit of cardio. But that will tell you there. It also obviously tells you your average heartbeat, which is quite cool. And most important part, how many calories you burnt. Also tells you how many steps you did throughout that workout, so you get an idea of what part of your day was workout based and how many steps that does compared to what you need to do throughout the day. And it also tells you how many active minutes, so how active were you. Another good thing about these is they do automatically pick up on workouts. So if you have gone for a run or you've gone for a really long walk and you thought, oh damn it, didn't turn on my Fitbit, don't know what my calories were, don't know how long this walk was, I don't know anything. Luckily these little things pick up on your heartbeat and they know Hannah's gone for a walk today or Hannah's gone for a run, let's record those stats for her. So nice and simple, done, picked up. I haven't got to worry that I didn't press go and I've missed a workout day in the app. So overall, I am probably an avid Fitbits lover. I definitely prefer the newer model. So this is a Fitbit Charge 2 and this is a Fitbit Charge 3. It's nice. I think it looks a lot more sleeker. It's definitely something I would probably wear out a bit more than what I wore this one out. I thought this one looked a bit more like a sports watch, so I wouldn't wear it out if I went shopping with my friends or I went out for dinner or something. Probably wouldn't put this on. I actually quite like this one. If I go out now, it is stuck to my wrist pretty much every day. The only time I don't wear it is if I'm going to a fancy dress place, because probably not a little bit fancy. But other than that, I really, really like it, and I think it fits into everyday, you know, outfits and just looks a lot nicer than this clunky little thing. But overall, I really like it, and I think it should be on your Christmas list. I mean, if you're someone that doesn't like any fitness or doesn't want to walk or anything, then maybe not. But if you're someone like me who, you know, who likes to work out a few times, likes to know, you know, track what they're eating, have a snazzy watch, not just a little boring thing that isn't smart, then I think it's a good option and I think you should go for it. So It really is. Anyway, thank you for listening to me ramble today about the Fitbit Charge, and if you have any questions you can leave them below and I will try and answer them for you. Alright, cool. Bye guys!